Hello, everyone. It is Monday, July 23rd, in the year of our Lord 2012. How are all you doing out there? I am doing awesome as always, wicked awesome. Only 4 more days to Friday. Hell yeah. Let's start this show off right. Start right off. My 2 unofficial sponsors: Wally's Aluminum Shaping Process, Wally 4TA. Incredible aluminum art. He'll make anything, whether it's a Patriots logo, Red Sox logo, Celtics logo, Bruins logo, Jets, Yankees, Lakers, Canadians, the Eli Mannings, otherwise known as the New York Giants. He can make that logo. And of course, just all kinds of other stuff. Wolves howling at moons, vampires, zombies, whatever you want, the man can make it. As you can see, that's a wasp. Wow, cool. Facebook.com/WASPAA. That would be WASPA. There you have it. And a great way to start the day. My friend Crystal Lloyd Dozani's KJ Lloyd Organo Gold. Awesome coffee. Phenomenal stuff. And it's good for you. Some sort of mushroom that, I don't know what it does, but it cleans your system. And she can explain more about that. Just go to KJ Lloyd. What was that website again? w.kjlloyd.organogold.com. Crystal Lloyd, independent coffee distributor, and also a future, the next Betty Page, a poet, and I worked with her in jolly old England. Wally I work with here in Texas, where men are men and the bulls run scared. All right, let's get to the beer of the day. From northern Texas, otherwise known as Oklahoma, we have Mustang, and my dog Shadow is shaking my table, which is shaking the camera. Get out of there. I got the 2 dogs in here with me. Wife and daughter are asleep. This video is going to be shaky. Alright, Mustang Brewing Company, Washita Wheat. Awesome stuff, made with Oklahoma red wheat. I don't know what the percentage is on it, but I guarantee it's more than 3%. They say Oklahoma's limited to 3.2 or something like that. Bullshit! Don't think so. Traditional beer opening apparatus. Voila. And of course, traditional proper beer drinking apparatus. Because you can't drink from the bottle. That's not cool. It lets the beer breathe, okay? Don't do that. Don't drink it straight out of the bottle in Japan or England. It'll be almost an insult. Cheers and beers to all of you. Kampai. That would be Japanese for cheers, of course. Alright, how about some birthdays? My man Julio Villa, I hope I pronounced it right. Hey, you know, I'm albino, so. But I am married to a Mexican woman, so I've kind of learned over the years. But Julio, happy birthday, my man. Remember you, working with you in jolly old England. One badass dude. Sheet metal, if I'm not mistaken. You basically take metal and fix it. Pretty cool gig. Hell, you could probably make some of that aluminum art as well. I'll bet you could. But Julio, miss you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Good chatting with you. You partied all weekend long. Good, man. Party it up today. Enjoy the show. I hope you've seen the show. If not, let me know what you think. Hope you like it. Shoutouts for you, bud. Cheers and beers to you. Next on the list is a buddy of mine I know from back home. Willie Meter, great man, married to a good friend of mine, Laura, who I worked with in the A&P grocery store back in the old days, back when the Earth's crust was still cooling. All right, not that long ago. But Willie, happy birthday, my friend. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Know you're up heavy on the old Farmville. I haven't been able to play that, man. My computer's slow. But it's been fun. Still play the Mafia Wars heavily. Definitely do that. Love to play more apps, but I just don't have the time to do it. But hit me up on the old Hanging with Friends, Words with Friends, Scramble with Friends if you want to get beat down, because I'm pretty nasty at those games. Trust me. Got a few that do whoop the crap out of me too, though. But happy birthday, my friend. Laura, you take care of that man. It's his day. All right. Next on the list, here's a man I worked with in jolly old England. Jetsicle. My man, Skylar Jennings. And I just read that you're getting married in 5 days. Dude, congratulations, man. You're a great guy, and you deserve a great lady, and it sounds like it's going to be a long marriage for at least the next 75, 80 years. And see, Skylar is actually from Fresno, California, home of my better half, my love goddess, the beloved Fara. And he actually has met my father-in-law. Pretty good gig. Awesome stuff. Folks, it's a small world. It really is. But man, celebrate well and enjoy, my friend. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Congrats on getting married. 5 more days. I'll be sure to give you a shout out for that. Next on the list, here's a Mafia Wars guy. Haven't met him in person, but great man, Craig Mercer. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Always a pleasure playing the Mafia Wars with you. It's fun to just whack the crap out of people, isn't it? Hell yeah. You know it. Well, cheers and beers to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Next birthday. Final birthday today. My friend Luci Rosales Henderson. Amazing lady. Known her since 1997. And she is like way cool. Actually, I met her in 1996. I lied. Late 96. And Luci, just want to give you a shout out. Always a pleasure chatting with you. It's been chat a little here and there. You know, things may not have worked out with Joanne and I as a marriage, but I'll tell you what. We're still good friends to this day, thankfully, because she is awesome. You're awesome. Your whole family's awesome, and I miss you guys big time. Still keep in touch with some of you. Love to hear from you, and hope you're doing well. I'm doing well living here in Yeehaw, Texas, and where it's way too hot. It is wicked hot out here. But life is definitely good for me, and thank you for always being so great and helpful. I've never forgotten that. Luci, you are truly wicked awesome, and I salute you. Thank you so much. Cheers and beers to you. Hope you have an awesome day. With that said, how about we go to the random shout-outs? I'm going to give a shout-out to my man, Sean Bratcher. Now, here's a guy I worked with in California, the land of fruits and nuts. And, folks, I'm telling you, this guy is one of the biggest University of Kentucky fans you're ever going to meet in your entire life. And Sean, dude, I got nothing against Kentucky. It's a beautiful state, great people, and pretty damn good basketball team, too. You got my man John Calipari. Good deal. Love that guy. Remember, he was proud of UMass at one time. Kicked some serious ass with us. Missed that man. I want him back. God, I want him back. Can he coach like Boston College or something? Come on. I know. But hell, you got one of the hottest fans in the world, Ashley Judd. 44 and looking fantabulous. And Sean, I just want to say congratulations on your 2 new grandchildren. That is truly wicked awesome. Dude, you don't even look like a grandfather. Yeah, you're what, 3.5 years, almost 4 years older than me? But you don't look it. You know what it is? Those who enjoy life age well. I'm telling you. So, drink to that. All right. Now, here's a guy I met down here in Yeehaw, Texas, who's living in Okinawa. My friend Eddie Mungaya. Hope you're doing well. Haven't heard from you in a while. Met you when you were moving to Okinawa. Pretty awesome gig. He's a cop in Japan. A great man. And hope life's treating you well over there. I bet you're loving it, Okinawa. Because Okinawa is a great place, man. It really is. I loved it. Made trips there a lot. Good times. Great people. Great food. Dude, Okinawa is truly awesome. All right. How about a shout out to my man, Jetsicle, Tom Sullivan. Now, this guy I worked with in Japan, and he still lives in Japan. He is a professional photographer. And folks, I'm telling you right now, this man's photography is truly out of this world. Amazing stuff. The guy is a wizard behind the camera. Heck, I've seen self-portraits of him, and he looks like a wizard as it is. Got that goatee going nowadays, you know. Pretty badass dude. Tom, I don't know why I haven't given you a shout out on this show. I don't know if I have. Have I given you a shout out on this show before? I don't know. I'm having a senile moment. Hey, those things happen when you get older. You know what? I forget more stuff than most people remember, so. Tom, dude, always a pleasure chatting with you. You're a great guy, a great friend, and doing really well over in Japan. Someday we'll have to hook up again, have a beer or sake or something. But I just want to say cheers and beers, my friend. Continue doing what you do because your photography is amazing. Next on the list, It was so good to hear from you the other day. My friend Dave Novelli. Now, this guy is truly an inspirational leader. A leader, men, among women. Tell you, folks, people want to emulate folks like the big chief himself, Dave Novelli. Dave, you are an awesome guy, awesome friend, and you were the guy that when I moved to Japan in 2000, you're the one that showed me the ropes on everything, and I have never forgotten that, and I appreciate it. Appreciate your leadership and wisdom. Thank you so much. Definitely helped me become a better leader in my job nowadays. I've never forgotten the lessons I learned from you, so thank you so much. Hats off to you. Still sporting the flat top. Been wearing it since senior year of high school, and you know what? The hairline has not gone back far. Pretty awesome gig. And I still haven't gotten those famous digits 12-3-65. Nope, I don't forget stuff like that. Thankfully, I'm still a numbers geek. Always have been, always will be. But my friend, cheers and beers to you. Definitely a pleasure hanging out with you. In the 4 years, I had the distinct pleasure of working with you. And, squeeze me. Beer. Wonderful stuff. But, yeah, it was definitely great hearing from you. And hope you're doing well. Overseas is truly where it's at. And I miss it big time. And finally, how about a shout out to a man that gives me shit all the time. One of the biggest fan of the Eli Mannings you're going to find. One of the biggest Heineken drinkers you're going to find. But a man who, like me, appreciates truly awesome music. Blues first and foremost. That's right, I'm talking about my man Dave Clark. What's going on, big man? How you doing, Dave? Hope you're doing well. Dude, always a pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'm going to find on this comment section below here, whether it's going to be on the YouTube channel or on the old Facebook channel sometime this evening. I'm sure I'm going to see Go Giants. You know what? It wouldn't be if you didn't. I can't wait until preseason game 4 when my Patriots beat your Giants. And yes, I am wearing a Patriots jersey. Yes, it's a Super Bowl 42 authentic Randy Moss jersey. Hey, you know what? I don't hate the guy. He did his time. He did us well. Thank you very much, Randy Moss, for doing what you did for us. You know what? Hope you're doing well, Randy. But Dave, dude, you know what's going to happen in that preseason game, right? I got a feeling Tom Brady and Eli Manning probably won't even play, so it ain't going to mean diddly squat. But yeah, man, I'll never forget that time we were on vacation together in Guam, listening to Jimi Hendrix Blues album, 1966. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. You really, you know I'm a big blues nut like you. And you taught me a lesson that night. Jimi Hendrix is a blues man first and foremost. And that man rewrote the blues. Amazing stuff. Drink to Jimi Hendrix. I certainly am. And I'm sure you'll be raising your Heineken to Jimi Hendrix later on. Heineken. I'm sorry, brother. I can't drink that stuff. Ugh. But hey, man, if we all like the same thing, life would suck. If everybody was a Red Sox fan, life would be boring. Thank God we have Yankee fans and Giants fans out there. It's fun to have people to make fun of. It really is. I love it. All right. Now, let's go to the random facts of the day. And did you know in 1986, on this day, July 23rd, Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson, otherwise known as Fergie. Yes, the first Fergie. Not the one we know nowadays that's like exquisitely hot. This Fergie was pretty dumpy looking. Ugh. Put it this way, she wasn't anything that I was interested in, other than the ducats. I don't even think they're married anymore. I think they got divorced, if I remember correctly. Well, you know. Love Queen Elizabeth to death. She's awesome, but her kids aren't the most impressive people in the world. I'll just leave it at that. On this day in 1965, Beatles' classic album Help was released in the UK. In fact, that was the Beatles' second movie was Help. First color movie by the Beatles. Don't know if you knew that or not, but yes, it was. First one was 1964, A Hard Day's Night. On this day in 1920, British East Africa was renamed Kenya, becoming a British crown colony. And I forgot to look up to see what year they gained independence. I think it was 1960. I know it was around that time frame. But 1920, they used to be known as British East Africa. How about that? How bland. Here you go. Here's a good one. On this day in 1903, Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford, sold the first Model A car. Now that's a milestone. July 23rd, 1903. And Ford, 109 years later, still going absolutely strong. Quality is job one. And I like my Fords. No, it's not found on road dead. Fords are good. This one I did not know. On this day in 1904, the ice cream cone was created by Charles Mencius during the La Purchase Expo. I want to say that's probably like Louisiana Purchase Expo. I was kind of confused on that one, but makes sense. 101 years after the Louisiana Purchase. Probably a Louisiana Expo. I'm not sure, but either way, the ice cream cone was invented on this day. And look at the legacy it has nowadays. 118 years later. Pretty cool gig. On this day in 1989, Daniel Radcliffe was born. You know who he is? Yep. The dude that gets no women. Harry Potter. The one that plays Harry Potter. I am not into Harry Potter. There's your Harry Potter. I don't give two rat ass bat shits or nothing about him. Harry Potter's a loser in my opinion. The hell with that. I don't know why so many people are so giggity gaga over him. Come on. Alright, so he's a super geek. Whoop-de-doo. You know what? You know who I find impressive? Daryl Dawkins, the Chocolate Thunder. That guy is cool. Read his autobiography sometime. The Chocolate Thunder. Look it up. There's a guy that truly enjoys life and has fun living it. 1968, July 23rd, was a big day for birth. Stephanie Seymour, swimsuit model, totally hot. Gary Payton, basketball player, badass. Eldon Campbell, Lakers, semi-badass. On this day in 1973, Bill Clinton's favorite lady was born, and no, not Hillary. How about Monica Lewinsky? Yep, she was born today, 39 years ago. On this day in 1971, Alison Krauss was born. Kind of a country slash, what's that, bluegrass stuff. That's right, Kentucky stuff. That's right, Sean, you know all about that, don't you? The home of bluegrass, Bill Monroe, the king of bluegrass, the father of bluegrass. And I like bluegrass. Alison Krauss, amazing singer, no doubt about that. On this day in 1961, kick-ass actor Woody Harrelson was born. Hard to believe he's 51 now, but he has been acting since the Truman administration, it seems. Cheers, obviously. White Men Can't Jump, phenomenal in that movie with Wesley Snipes. On this day in 1940, shock jock douchebag Don Imus was born. Can't stand that guy. He's a scumbag. Especially what he said about, oh God, what was that basketball team? You know, he just totally berated the women. Horrible. I don't even want to say it. Ugh. Don Imus, you suck. And I hope you... I don't know how you keep getting a job again, because you are just a scumbag. Talented, but a douche. On this day in 1892, legendary Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie was born. Lived until 1975. Emperor of Ethiopia from 1930 to 1974. That's a long time. And finally, on this day, 69 years ago, Louisiana swamp singer Tony Joe White was born. And this guy, you'll be impressed. I'm going to play a song by him shortly. And got a little trivia for you on that. Alright? Well, there you go. There's all your info. Let's get to the show of the day, movie of the day, however you want to do it. Season 1, Episode 5 of The Twilight Zone. That's right. I own the entire box set. And this one is Walking Distance. This one right here. Originally released October 30th, 1959. Martin Sloan, played by Gage Young, is a frazzled executive who learns that you can't go home again after he steps back in time and meets his mom, his dad, and himself. Really, a really interesting episode. I really enjoyed it. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the better ones. 36 years old, vice president, agency in charge of media. And basically what he does is leaves his car at the gas station. He's tired, sets off on foot to his hometown, Homewood, and he finds that things are exactly the same as it was when he was a child. Now, episode 1959, and he comes to realize it's about 1934. He's 11 years old. He meets his parents and pretty much convinces them that he's a lunatic. Then he catches up with himself as a child, and the boy's frightened, falls off a merry-go-round and breaks his leg. And then Martin's father goes through Martin's wallet, realizes that Martin is his son, tells him that he needs to leave because there's only one summer to every customer. And then, reluctantly, Martin returns to the present with a limp he got from falling off a merry-go-round when he was a child. Pretty interesting episode. I think you'd enjoy it. I certainly did. Then again, I can't find a bad episode of Twilight Zone, honestly. 156 episodes and they were all good. Some, of course, better than others, but I haven't found a bad one yet, and I won't because I've watched them all. Alright, how about the song of the day? Like I said, as promised, going back to 1968 for this one, Polk Salad Annie by Tony Joe White. Happy birthday, Tony Joe. Here you go. Now listen to this song for a moment while I drink beer.
Now, some of y'all never been down south too much. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this so that you understand what I'm talking about.
Swamp rock. How about that? Louisiana.
Down there we have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields. It looks something like a turnip green. Everybody calls it Polk Salad. Oh.
I was hoping that I would have this episode below 20 minutes. Didn't happen. We're at almost 22. A lot of info today.
Go out in the evenings and pick her a mess of it. Carry it home and cook it for supper.
I just have to stop giving longer shoutouts, but I can't help it, you know. I enjoy talking about my friends
They did all right.
in good, positive ways.
I'm down in Louisiana, where the alligators go so mean.
Alright, I must confess, first time I ever heard this song was around the late 80s. Around 1988, maybe 89. And first time I remember hearing it. Well, I did some research a few years after that. I want to say around 1992, 93 I did some research. And I was blown away. Because I realized, originally when I heard the song, I thought it was by some guy that was, you know, it sounds like he's in his 40s, right, maybe? Sounds like kind of a heavier set guy, maybe. More than likely a black guy, you know. Kind of got that voice and style. You know, not to be stereotypical, because I've heard some, I mean, hell, people thought Chuck Berry was white for a long time. Johnny B. Good. People listened to Chuck Berry big time, then they realized that he was black. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. See, it was the 50s, and sadly, the 50s was so segregated, it was disgusting. I hate racism passionately. I hate racism more than I hate the Yankees, okay? And you all know how much I hate the Yankees. Racism is just plain stupid. Great. Shut up. Come here. There you go. Some good heart blowing. Dave Clark, I know you can appreciate music like this, right? You and I love stuff like this. And hopefully some of you other folks out there like stuff like this. How about that? Yep, I thought for sure it was a guy maybe in his 40s, heavier set, black guy most likely. Nope, this dude's white. White guy, 24, 25 years old when he recorded it in 1968. I was blown away. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, he's definitely one of the most soul-sounding white guys I've ever heard. But then again, the Doobie Brothers were the same way, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'm all for it. See, it just goes to prove, folks, it doesn't matter what race somebody is. If the sound is good, that's all that matters. Who cares if they're black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Japanese, Korean? Listen to that funky guitar. Love it. Folks, that's what music's all about right there. True Louisiana swamp boogie. Alright, folks, you know what time it is, right? Yup, it's that time. It's time to make like a fetus and head out, so everybody take care, have a wicked awesome night and day. Peace be the journey. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't drink and drive. You might spill your drink, or you might kill yourself, or somebody else. And drinking and driving is dumber than being a Yankees fan. And what's dumber than that, and this one's especially for you, Dave Clark, it's rooting for douchebag cocksuckers like Eli. I'm as good as Tom Brady, Manning, or men slapping women. Things like that are just plain stupid. That's right, stupid. Squeeze me. I'm out of here. Hey, empty as the brain cells of an average Yankee fan. How about them apples? See y'all tomorrow. Have a wicked awesome night and day. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. And I forgot to mention, my Red Sox got swept by the Blue Jays. But I still support them, baby. And thank you, Oakland A's. You swept the New York Skanks. Wicked awesome. Bye-bye. Bye.